dashed along the wall to a nearby street, walked quickly to the next turning, went left, then right. The street widened a little. The people he passed wore warmer clothes. He ducked into an alcove and pulled off the ragged jacket that had concealed his own unpatched shirt and tunic, folded the ragged one into a tidy bundle, and tucked it under his arm. Now he moved at a steady jog into the wealthier part of the city, nearer the palace. Finally, he turned into a gap between buildings, found the trap door he sought, and went below ground again. In the cellar of a tall house, within a few minutes of the palace gates, he gave a coded knock. A hard-faced man with a spiked billet opened the door. "What do you want, rat?" the man asked. "For Duke Barakai's hand only," the boy said. "From the horned chain." "I'll take him," another man said, stepping out of looming shadows. He wore the red and black of Liart, and the horned chain was about his neck. "Come, boy." Shaking with fear, the boy followed, upstairs and along a corridor, to a room where another man, in Barakai blue and silver, sat writing at a table by a fire. "I am Duke Barakai. You have a message for me? Give it." The boy seemed to choke, and then, in a deep voice not his own, spoke the words Liart's priest had bade him say. "The man is free, and his companions. The paladin is ours. Without her aid, he can be taken. He must not reach Lyonya alive." "He will not," Duke Barakai said. "Is there more?" The boy dug into his tunic and pulled out a folded paper. Barakai took it and read it. "Well," he said, with a glance at the man in red and black, "it seems we must return this boy with our answer." He wrote on the reverse of the message, folded it, and handed it to the boy. "Go the way you came, swiftly." Less than a half-glass later, a man in Barakai blue rode out the south gates of Varela and turned east on the river road. Later, after the turn of night, Kieri Phelan, newly revealed king of Lyonya, also rode through the gates, with an escort of the royal guard. Duke's Stronghold, North Marches, 7 days later. Jandalier Arkelin, senior captain of Duke Phelan's company, rested his forearms on the top of the stronghold walls, where he had the best view to the south. On one side of the road to Duke's east, Stammel was putting his own cohort through an intricate marching drill. On the other, the junior sergeant of the recruit cohort supervised a sword drill with wooden blades. Beyond, the trees along the stream showed the first soft golds and oranges of ripening buds, though it would be hands of days yet before the fruit trees bloomed. Old snow still lay knee-deep against the north wall. He heard steps behind him and turned. Lyonya, captain of the mixed cohort, came up onto the walkway with him. "Are you putting down roots up here?" he asked. Arkelin shook his head. "Hoping for a courier. We should have heard something by now. At least the weather's lifted, though not for long." He tipped his head to the northwest, where a line of dark clouds just showed over the hills. "Your worry won't bring the Duke faster," Lyonya said. He turned his back on the view south and leaned against the parapet. "I wonder what we'll do this year." "I don't know." Arkelin glanced down at the courtyard below, to be sure their inquisitive visitors, merchant agents from Vanja, weren't in earshot. "He said not to take any contracts until he got back. I suggested they go to Varela and talk to him, but they were afraid of missing him on the way." "What are they offering?" "A one-cohort contract to protect farmlands and roads from brigands. I told them we'd need 2 for that." "At least. Better the whole company, or you're without reliable archery. Or were they planning to assign their militia to help?" "No. From what they said, they disbanded half the militia. Trade's down. But what do you think the council will say? With the trouble this past winter, the Duke can't say it's entirely safe here. Yet, we have to do something. This land won't support so many soldiers year-round." Lyonya leaned over the parapet, watching the recruit cohort. "We've got to do something with those recruits, too. They signed up to fight, and all we've done with them is train. And he's taken their final oaths. They'll be due regular pay soon."